you're new here, welcome. My name is Lynn and this is Bucket List Homestead. And I know there's a lot of new people because on New Year's Eve, friends, I reached 10,000 subscribers. Say that out loud just sounds like crazy, but I did it. I reached 10,000 subscribers. So welcome to all of you who have subscribed in the last couple of weeks. I'm so excited you are here. I have lots of big plans for 2024 for my channel and our lives in general. 2024 is actually gonna be a big year for us. There's a lot of milestones and things happening this coming year. So I'm excited for all of it. And I have picked the word fearless as my word for 2024. And I'm gonna approach everything fearless. Trying new recipes, trying maybe a couple of new animals on the homestead. He's right over there and he's looking at me like, what? We've talked about, we're gonna do probably more meat birds and hopefully maybe a couple of turkeys this year. But anyway, yeah, so fearless is gonna be my word for the year for 2024. And we had a great New Year's. I hope you all did too. We had very quiet, restful holiday. It has been wonderful. David and Aiden are still off for the rest of this week, so that's nice. We still get to have some time. And yeah, we just spent it playing a few games and watching some movies last night. So it was a nice way to bring in the new year. And as soon as midnight hit, we are all pretty much in bed. We all did make it to midnight though. So, and I hope you all had a great new year, and I hope this year brings all of you happiness and health. So today is also the first day of the Three Rivers Challenge, Pantry Challenge. And I'm excited. I am so excited because I have so many new recipes I am trying this month. Now, I'm gonna show you some footage here. The last couple of days, I worked on organizing my freezers a bit more.
Chocolate. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button.
Hey, who took my hot chocolate?
Make sure you hit the bell so that you don't miss any new videos. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.
That's everything we've been working on for the last couple of days. I actually put off taking my Christmas tree down in the living room, everything else is de-Christmasified, but the living room still had our tree and all of our Christmas decorations in there. And David and Grace, for the most part, well, I've been busy. They have been, sorry, my lunch is heating up and I think it's heating up too much. And I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so Grace and David did a lot of that in there. And then I was able to come in and help, and we got everything out of the living room. And I love Christmas. You all know I love it. But man, does it feel good to have the house sort of back to normal. It needs a good deep clean now, which is my plan once the boys go back to school and work. Grace and I'll spend a few days really giving this house a good clean. But the house just seems so much bigger and brighter when you take away all the Christmas stuff. So that is relief. That is done. I can't remember the last time we kept our main tree up till New Year's Day. It has been a long time, I think, since we've done that. So yeah, so I put off doing that so I could get ready for the pantry challenge. Now, we also organized my closet here in the kitchen and our pantry. I'm hoping, we've lived here almost 10 years and I still have not found the flow I need for everything in our kitchen. It's still not perfect, but I'm hoping, I think we might have stumbled on the pantry finally working for us. The store is another whole kettle of wax. That is still pretty much disorganized a bit. I've been working on it little bits, but again, that will come as I'm using things, and I will work on that during the week. I still have my breakfast and lunch menu plans to still work on, but I'm not too worried about them as much as I was the supper one. That one is completely done. And tonight for supper, we're going to have what we always have on New Year's Day. We always have prime rib for New Year's Day. My grandmother always said it was good luck to have prime rib on New Year's Day. And I got a beautiful prime rib roast from our neighbor farmers. So I'll be starting that in a little bit. It's still too early because it's only, I think, 3 pounds. So it's only gonna take a couple hours in the Dutch oven in the oven. So for lunch today, I am making David and I grilled cheese sandwiches and soup. I'm having my home canned tomato soup. David's not a fan of tomato soup. And he's having some chicken noodle. And I'm actually going to do the grilled cheese sandwiches in the air fryer. If you have not done these in the air fryer, you are missing out. It's faster, it gets it nice and toasty, and it's really good. Plus, my stove is pretty busy with all my burners, almost all of them, being used for soup. So that's what we're gonna start off with today. We started this morning with our juice, with our new juicer that Santa brought David and I, and it was good. I liked it. I love the new juicer. Not only is it very quiet, all that pulp went out to the chicken. So we're gonna have some free chicken food on top of juicing for us to be healthy. The green powder is gonna take a little bit of getting used to because I did not realize it has stevia in it. I did not realize it. We are not a fan of stevia, do not like the taste of it at all. Luckily, we really couldn't taste it because of the juice, so that helped. So we started our morning with that, and I think that's all we had for breakfast. Did you have anything for breakfast? No, it kind of worked, and of course our tea. But I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna get started on these grilled cheese sandwiches, and I will see you back here tonight for supper. Lunch was good. That was really good. It's cold here today. First time I can say that. And we saw the sun today. I cannot remember the last time we've seen the sun. It's been probably 2 weeks. Like, it's been so gloomy and rainy here. Like, even David said the other day, he says, you know, you look around and it looks like March or April. I said, I know, very weird. So it is about 3 o'clock. We have our, look at this. Is that not gorgeous? So this has been sitting out for about an hour to come to room temperature. I have been thinking about this prime rib all day. I can't wait. And because the kids, Gracie doesn't eat beef, Aiden doesn't either. He tries, but the texture is a thing for him, but I'm hoping he'll try this prime rib. It's a little bit different than a normal beef roast. We're gonna have basically we're gonna have lots of leftovers, which I'm okay with because I have leftovers on my menu plan for Saturday. So, sorry, the dogs are out here. I always say sorry because I don't know if it bothers me. The click, 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 and we just did their nails. They probably need to be done again because their nails grow, I think, every 3 days. Because I'm out here filming, Puggy automatically thinks I'm cooking. So we're having that. We're also gonna have twice baked potatoes that I made, oh my gosh, over a month or so ago. and I wrap them individually, and I'll pop them in. I took them out of the freezer yesterday. I'll pop them into the oven just to basically warm up. There's the oven, just to warm up while the beef roast rest. And I'm gonna go throw my Dutch oven into the oven. I want it hot, and I'm gonna place my rib roast into that hot Dutch oven. I heat my Dutch oven because I find you don't have to do the step where you sear it on all the sides. It just, saves you a little bit of steps. So I have here 2 slices of homegrown garlic, all sliced up, or 2 cloves. Believe it or not, it's only 2 cloves. They were huge. My garlic this year was beautiful that I got from M.I. Gardener, and that's what I planted back in October. So I am so excited. I planted 2 new varieties, one of them being the music variety. I am so excited to see that come up in the summer. So yeah, so we are, oh, and the other thing we're gonna have with supper is my Irish soda bread mix that I got from one of my Ireland box, subscription boxes. Just looking to see what else I need. I need some milk, a loaf tin, and a wooden spoon. Wow, you can't get easier than that. So we're gonna try that today. Okay, so I am just gonna take some salt and put salt basically on all the sides that I can. So the oven was preheated to 500 degrees. I let my Dutch oven here heat up, and I'm trying to find, we're gonna put it this side down. That's what we want here. Woo. And then I'm gonna turn the temperature down to about 350. I cook by temperature, so I'm looking for around 150. So I will check it after about 45 minutes, and I'll take it out when it's about 10 degrees from 150, because this still cooks for another good 10 minutes. Lid on, and it's going in. While the roast cooks for the first 15 minutes, I'm going to get started on the Irish soda bread. So here I have a 2-pound, I think she said, the thing says 2 pounds. A 2-pound loaf pan, and this is a 2-pound loaf pan. It's a Jamie Oliver one. I love this loaf pan. Okay, we just add the milk, stir it up, and that is it. Wow, that is probably the easiest bread I've ever made. It says to help it rise, to cut a line down the middle lengthwise. So we will do that here. Just make sure it's about 1 inch deep. Okay, bake for 35 to 40 minutes. Going in the oven. On this day 2 of Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. I just got done making David and I our juice, and we're just letting it sit for a minute, hoping the green powder that I add will dissolve a little bit better. It didn't dissolve all that great yesterday. And then I'm just going to have some yogurt, and I have some strawberries here that have been sitting in honey for a while, and I'd love to put granola on. We do have some that I'm going to use up, and then I'll make my own, but I'm still babying my dental work for a few more days. Actually, probably for this whole month. So I can't have any, so that kind of stinks, but that will be breakfast today. We'll see you back here today, later for lunch. You haven't seen me yet today because it was early when we did the juicing, and I had my yogurt. We're just making lunch. David actually had a bagel because we've got a couple packages, I think, to get through in the freezer. I am going to have a very simple lunch. I'm having a box of this. We have quite a bit of it in the stockpile. just have to say, detoxing from sugar stinks. Stinks! I wasn't so bad yesterday. David was feeling it yesterday. I'm feeling it today, and so isn't David, which just goes to show you how bad that is for you. If you're feeling this bad not eating it, then you just, shows you how bad it is. So it's rough. So that's why I'm having a comfort lunch today. Tonight is also Taco Tuesday. So we'll be having tacos tonight, and I'll show you all that later tonight. So we'll see you back here at supper time. It's supper time. Not 100% supper time. David is actually getting his workout in right now. So I'm just gonna get a little meal prep done for tacos. Oh, one of my favorite foods. And I just thought I'd chat with you for a few minutes while I am making what I call avocado crema. I've made this before and I showed it on the Pantry Challenge last year, but I'll show you again. I buy these guacamole at Costco. I get quite a few of them. I'm the only one who eats this. So yes, I know it's plastic, but I do recycle. We rinse these out and throw them in recycling. These are perfect for me because where I'm the only one who eats it, making up a big batch of guacamole doesn't always make sense. Yes, I could buy avocados and freeze my own, but this is organic and I love this guacamole. It's not spicy. It used to be a little bit more puree though. I'm finding there's like a little bit more chunks. Don't know if you can see that. See, yeah, there's a little bit more chunks, but I blend this up anyway. So what I do is I add that, about equal parts this and equal parts sour cream, blend it all up with my stick blender and avocado crema. It's delicious, I love it. So I'm gonna do that. And I had said when I did my getting ready for the pantry challenge video, I think I said I wasn't gonna set a budget for anything we did buy this month and talking to Dave, and I realized that wasn't practical because one, we might spend more than we mean to. That makes any sense. So we decided I'm going to do $100 this month, and that's going to cover any dairy we might need to buy, especially because Aiden drinks a lot of milk. Dave and I are back onto our healthy eating, and we might need to buy some things to make sure we keep on that track. And one of those is like, especially where we're juicing, because you can't buy too much of that stuff in advance, unfortunately, or it goes bad. So we've set the $100. And I'm telling you all this because we spent $8 today, $9 today, because I have $91 left. So we spent $9 today. And that was buying milk. And we bought another big bag of carrots for juicing because we're using 2 a day when we juice and we're already down to like 4. So I bought another big bag of seconds, they call them, carrots. They're not as pretty, but I don't care. They're gonna be juiced. So we did buy some of that today. So I don't even think we'll spend the $100, but, oh, and we also bought lettuce for our tacos tonight. Again, because we are trying to eat healthier, but I bought a living lettuce, which was one of my favorites, the Boston. I love it. I am going to, once we use it all up, I'm gonna put it in my Let pot, and hopefully we'll get more lettuce out of it in a couple of weeks, and I won't have to buy it again. Because my lettuce, it's the same kind that I have growing in my Le pot, is not near ready to harvest. So yeah, so we've decided we're gonna stick to $100. Grace asked me if I would be interested in joining a no-spend January with her. And I said, you know what, I will. So we're also doing that where I'm avoiding HomeSense altogether. I'm not even gonna go in there. I'm not even gonna go into Dollar Tree. I originally was gonna set a budget for Dollar Tree of just whatever cash I had from like selling our eggs and things like that, but I've decided I'm not even gonna spend anything there the whole month of February because I have more than enough craft supplies, friends. I need to get through these craft supplies and actually make things with them. And I'm actually excited to share with you possibly on Friday's video. The schedule might be a little bit weird while I'm trying to juggle how I'm going to show you the pantry challenge video. I see people are doing dailies for this month, and that's wonderful. I cannot do dailies again. There's just too much else going on. Normally I post Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then I changed it to Sundays, Tuesday, and Friday, and I go live on Wednesdays. So I think what I'm gonna do is today is, so I want to get tomorrow included in this video. That will be a Wednesday, so I'll be posting, I guess, on Friday is how I'm going to do it. I'm not 100% sure. Just make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming out. And I will figure this out over the next few days how I am filming. But there is going to be, I think Sunday's video will be a crafting video. And I'm excited to share with you because it's a little bit different craft. And that's all I'm going to say. So, okay, I'm just making sure this, how do you know when sour cream has gone bad? Because it's sour cream. Technically, the expiration date was a couple days ago, but we all know that it can last a few days past expiration. So I really think it's okay. It's not chunky, it's not curdled. We're gonna go with it. I guess I'll find out if it's bad, but I mean, it just smells and tastes sour. So how do you know? So I just have about equal amounts, roughly. Sometimes I use a little less sour cream. Sometimes I use a little more. I don't measure anything. I just go by eye. I'm just gonna blend this up. I also have a jar, and a way to be healthy too, so we're not eating as many carbs. We're not giving up carbs altogether because, well, we don't wanna. But I'm trying to increase our protein, especially where we are detoxing from sugar this month, and the protein definitely helps you with that. And protein just makes you feel fuller. So I'm gonna add some black beans to our ground beef tacos tonight. So we have double protein. And you probably want to see what this is looking like. That's all there is to it, and it's delicious. If you like guacamole and you like sour cream and you like avocado crema, you are going to love this. Okay, that's more than enough for me. Okay, so we will come back. So I have I'm making a double batch too, I should mention, of these tacos, so we have some for lunch tomorrow. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef that I'm going to cook up, but I also had half a pound roughly frozen from when we had tacos a few weeks ago and we didn't eat all the meat, and I froze it, so I'm going to add that. I took out some bell peppers. I'm going to cook them up from the freezer. I feel like I took the guacamole out of the freezer, and I gotta go get the beans out of the pantry. So I'll see you back here when we plate it all up. You're gonna hear some noise because, as usual, the wash machine is going here. But welcome to day 3. And this morning we just did our juice like we always did. I'm not gonna show you the juicing every day because, quite frankly, I think it would get boring. But we did add, what did we add this morning? Pineapple. Some canned pineapple, because I have a ton of canned pineapple for some reason. Home canned and store-bought. So we did add that, and that was really good. But I added 3 apples, I think, too, this time. Anyway, there was a lot of juice. Kind of taking it easy, but Dave and I are still dealing with this sugar detox. And if anyone has done keto, it's like the keto flu. When we did the keto before, it's very much like that. We feel very tired, lethargic, not sleeping well. What else are we feeling, babe?
Crappy.
It's just not good. So we are doing leftovers. If I remember last night, I said I was gonna make extra of the tacos, and that's what we're doing. And this is the live lettuce that we bought. I'm gonna use the rest of this today, and we're gonna plop her into my pot and see if she produces some more lettuce for us. Tonight's gonna be fun. We are gonna have a fun supper tonight. like I said, one of the successes is, I find with the Pantry Challenge, or even any meal planning, is if you have a couple of days that are the same each week. And Wednesdays is breakfast for supper through January, especially in the winter. We love breakfast for supper. And we have a ton of eggs because our chickens, for some reason, the last couple of days have been really producing wonderfully. So I'm definitely gonna do something with eggs. You'll have to come back tonight and see what we're gonna do. I have an idea. So we are gonna do the leftover tacos. David's just shredded up a little more cheese. I forgot to add my salsa to mine last night, so I'm gonna have some. I got some taco shells heating up in the oven, and I'm gonna do a salad. The shells just don't stay together for me, and that will be it for day 3 of lunch. And this will also be the end of the first 3 days. I'll be getting this video. You'll be seeing this all on Friday, so happy Friday, everybody. And next Wednesday, we'll have a lot more days, and we have some new recipes that we'll be trying next week. I'm really excited. So we're starving, we're gonna eat, and we'll see you back here tonight for supper. Well, it's supper time, and we've decided we're gonna do breakfast burritos, kinda. They're basically gonna be scrambled eggs, bacon, and I'm doing that because I found a whole packet of these, sorry, Gracie's lining my TV cookie sheet for me. That's noisy. Thank you, Grace. I'm gonna cook my bacon in the oven, easiest way to do it. Yeah, I found a whole bunch of these when I was doing my checking around, and they need to be used up like ASAP. So I thought if I'm making a couple for supper, I might as well make a bunch, let them cool, and then I will freeze them, and David can grab them next week when he is back to work. I also said that this would be the last day for this video that you would see, and I've decided, well, if the video is not going out till Friday, which it's not, I'm gonna include Thursday. So tomorrow, supper is going to be really good because it is a new recipe. I'm really excited to try it. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm gonna include 4 days. So now I have to change my thumbnail because I gotta jump ahead, but okay. I'm gonna admit, not a whole lot's been going on here today. And I'm gonna blame the brain fog on the sugar detox. But Dave and I were talking, and we've talked about this before. I even did a live about this, how, especially myself, I've become addicted to being busy. I can't just relax and do nothing. And Aiden has always complained how, especially me, never seems to just relax. Even if I'm sitting and watching a movie with everybody, I'm usually crocheting something. So this detoxing from sugar has kind of forced us to slow down a bit the last 2 days. And I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't had a few anxious moments thinking about the things on my list that I should have been getting done, haven't been done. But at the same time, it's been kind of nice having a slow, lazy couple of days. But yeah, David said it just seems like we never stop. We're always going, going, going. And I think that's what it is. I've become addicted to being busy, like go, go, go. I think part of that too is being a content creator because, at least for me, my brain never stops thinking about videos and, you know, okay, when's the next video? I got to get something done and get it all edited because it has to be up, da, 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 da. So I feel like that's another reason I'm always busy, and I'm sure a lot of content creators out there will agree with me. But yeah, so it's been nice being, I am trying to be better. I mean, that's definitely one of my things I'm working on for this year. Trying to appreciate some slow time and not be so crazy about not having everything done when it should be. And I know I'm not making a lot of sense because literally I cannot think. It's that bad. And I'm not craving sugar because we're still having our juice and our tea, and that's working. I am not enjoying the brain fog I'm experiencing, the sleepless nights, nightmares. I've never had nightmares like this before, like lots. I'm not liking that, and I don't like this. It's like David said, we have no energy yet. We have we're feeling very sluggish, but we have energy, but we're I don't know. It just feels like we could be sleeping a lot more. Like just feel like we could sleep. And part of that is because I'm not sleeping well at night. Okay, so I am going to get my bacon 425, and depending, I mean, this is totally personal preference. It really depends too on the kind of bacon. I find the bacon we got from our half pig doesn't take as long. This bacon, I usually do 8 minutes roughly a side, flip it over and do 6 minutes on the other side. So I'm gonna cook up the whole package because I am gonna make more than just a couple. Any leftover bacon will be used later this week. So let's get to it. Friends, David and I are just finishing our juice on this 4th day of the Pantry Challenge, and this one's a keeper. This is really good. I like this one. So I used strawberries today, frozen, that I thawed out. I wasn't sure if they were going to work, but they worked perfectly. I used some more pineapple from the canned pineapple. I used a carrot and 1 apple, and of course our favorite scoop of the green stuff. And yeah, it's good. David's finding it a little sweet, but I just think his taste buds are a little in shock because it's probably the sweetest thing he's had in 4 days. It's good. I like that one. So this morning I'm going to make us some apple baked oatmeal because it uses 2 of the jars of things I have a ton of: apple butter and applesauce. And it's perfect because I'm going to be using apple butter tonight in our dinner recipe, so make sure you come back tonight for supper. And so I'm going to tell you the recipe. I did get this offline, so I will link it down below. But it is 2.5 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. And trying to find a recipe that wasn't just cooking oats on the stovetop was very hard. All the slow cooker recipes are steel-cut oats. I don't have them. So, yeah. 2.5 cups of old-fashioned oats. 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. Now, I'm not using brown sugar. I'm using 3/4 cups of applesauce in place of the brown sugar. A teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. Again, I'm not using them because when we don't have them, and I'm not a big fan of nuts in my oatmeal. 2 eggs, 1 3/4 cups of milk, 1/4 cup of apple butter, and 2 small apples cored, chopped, and peeled, which I haven't gotten to that part yet. When do I add those? Add the apples. I gotta do that soon. Okay, maybe I can get someone to help me peel 2 apples. So I've already started in the bowl here. So in the bowl here I have the oats, the applesauce, the baking powder, and the cinnamon. And this is also where you would add nuts if you're using them. And I'm just going to give them a stir. Okay. Then we're going to add our 2 eggs. Our milk. The recipe does say this will be very soupy. And yes, it is going to be soupy. And our 1/4 cup of apple butter. Give this a stir. My oven's on 350 degrees and we have greased. It needs a 9x9 pan. I don't have a 9x9 pan. I think mine all got pretty well used and not looking so great. So I have this that we've greased. It's about the same. And then we're going to add 2 apples in here that are all chopped up. Pour it into the pan, and it's going to bake 35 to 40 minutes or until golden brown and cooked. And cool 10 minutes before cooking. So I think I'm probably going to have mine with some of my yogurt to add even more protein. David just informed me that I said cool 10 minutes before cooking. I meant cool 10 minutes before eating. Okay, this has been sitting actually more than 10 minutes. It smells really, really good. I think it's done. Is it done? Let me see. It was in there for 35 minutes. Okay, this isn't gonna work. We're just gonna scoop it out. Okay, I topped it with a little bit of plain Greek yogurt. We're gonna try it. Okay, so it's not bad, but I like my apples a little bit mushier when I bake something, so they're a little bit crunchy still. Not really bad, but it's good, but because I didn't use brown sugar and my applesauce doesn't have sugar in it, it's not very sweet. So I'm thinking maybe a little drizzle of maple syrup over it, but it's not bad. I'm gonna be honest, I probably won't make it again. I think I'll just stick to regular oatmeal. Yeah, it needs some sweetener. So, David, who does not like oatmeal, that's why I didn't show him, he's decided to try it. So he's gonna try some. You're probably gonna want some maple syrup.
Probably. Definitely.
Needs it, doesn't it? And I honestly think I should have put more cinnamon even.
Yeah, let's help a little bit.
Yeah. We will eat this because I'm not wasting it. That was a lot of oats. That was, yeah, 2 eggs, my apple butter, my applesauce, but it definitely needs a little bit more sweetener. I might make again. Maybe I'll tweak it, but yeah, maple syrup. I put some maple syrup on mine. Much better with maple syrup. For lunch today, very simple and quick. I heated up some of our instant rice. Because of Grace, we have lots. So Dave and I are just gonna split. I can only eat about half a bag myself. And we have sweet and sour meatballs left over from New Year's Eve that David's heating up. And that will be lunch today. So tonight for supper is a new recipe, like I said earlier, and it's going to be using some apple butter, which is so good because I have so much to use. So this is apple butter roasted chicken. And for this, you are going to need a 4 to 5 pound chicken. Just so you let you know, this is just under 4 pounds. This is actually one of the chickens that we grew and harvested this year. And it's one of the smaller ones. This one's not quite 4 pounds. So 4 to 5 pound whole chicken, a half a cup of apple butter, 1 teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of paprika. I don't have paprika, so I'm not going to be using it. A teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Again, it's not something I have, so I won't be using it. Handful of fresh thyme. Not fresh, but I do have thyme from my garden last year. And 3 large cloves of garlic. I pulled the skin back already. And we're going to take this and spoon it underneath the skin, making sure to go back as far as we can. Get in there. It smells good. And down here by the thighs too. I ripped the skin a bit on top. Okay. And then it says spoon the rest over the chicken. So that's what I'm, okay. So I'm gonna roast this for an hour and then I'll check on it. I want the temperature to be 165. There we go. Fingers crossed it tastes as good as it smells. I almost forgot, those 3 large cloves of garlic that we peeled and crushed, they have to go inside the chicken. Okay, there we go. Now it can go into the oven. So it just came out of the oven. I'm going to let it rest, and it looks good, it smells good. For tonight we are having a can of baked beans from the pantry, some home canned carrots, and last second some biscuits. These are, you just have to add water. We have a few packets and we need to get rid of them, so tonight's the perfect night. So that is the end of day 4. And the chicken is good. I'm gonna be honest, doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, but it's very juicy. Which is nice, because it did go a little bit over 165 on me, but I let it rest and it was fine. It's very juicy. It tastes good. It tastes like chicken, but I don't taste a lot of apple butter or anything. I really don't. So that's a little disappointing, but it's juicy. It's good. I mean, at least I got rid of some of my apple butter, right? Okay, I am so excited for the next few days. Lots of new recipes for days coming up. Tomorrow is one of our favorites, pizza, and when you come back here tomorrow night, you will see how I make that. It is awesome. You don't even ever want to get takeout again if you make this pizza, but I'm warning you because you'll have to make it. You'll never be able to have takeout again. So we'll see you for days 5 and on. Till then, take care, God bless, and we'll see y'all soon.